Fine. So let me introduce first myself. Okay, so I've been working in IT almost like 9.5 years and been working in different ETL fields. So rightly, I'm working on as an ETL architect, and I started my career as an Oracle DBA. DBA in like almost in 2007. I just started my career in IT like with Oracle DBA. Then later on, I moved on to the multiple technologies, and I worked on different ETL tools, and I worked on even reporting tools, and work different ETL tools in the sense like there are Informatica, Abnisio, data stage, so different ETL tools and the reporting tools also. That's my career experience, and even I do the online training for different technologies, and I also do the corporate trainings for the companies. Okay, so I'll be traveling to companies where we have the training requirements, and I'll even travel abroad for doing of the trainings. I just travel to Canada, Singapore, USA, and USA in many cities. So that's my training experience even across the world. Okay, for different accounts, not only Informatica. So I just trying Tableau, I trying Omniscio, I trying data stage, different technologies. That's my training experience. And if you go into the content part, what we are going to discuss in this training as part of Informatica ETL online training, the main objective for this Informatica ETL training could be, so we'll be starting with basics of the data warehousing concept. So we'll understand like what is a data warehouse and what is a database. Then we'll create a mappings, we'll create our workflows and see them practically on the tool with examples. So I'll be explaining everything with examples on the tool. It's not only the theory part, it's going to be a completely practical oriented training. So I'll be explaining everything on the tool. So we'll be getting installation of this Informatica tool. So I'll explain everything on the tool with live examples. So gaining experience with multiple exercises and various real-time scenarios, and making sure you work as an efficient Informatica developer or an Informatica consultant. That's the main agenda for this training. So I make sure that you go and work comfortably as an Informatica developer. And if you go to the prerequisites, the basic prerequisites to learn this Informatica training would be the basics of SQL. So generic SQL knowledge is required. Even though you don't have it, I'll be covering the SQL part as part of the training itself. So you don't require to worry about if you don't have any knowledge on SQL. So I'll be covering which is our required SQL part as per the training itself. So wherever SQL is required, I even cover the SQL part also. And duration could be 25 days plus or minus 25 days with 1 hour a day if you go for weekdays. And if it is weekends, you can just go for Saturday and Sunday also. Saturday 2 hours and Sunday 2 hours, whichever is comfortable. Okay, whichever is comfortable for you. So it depends on what we decide and go further. Just this, it's just for an idea. And installation of the software, I'll be installing the software Informatica with Oracle database. So you'll be getting Informatica tool, and you also get Oracle database installed with this. So the same setup will be installed on your system, on individual systems. How many systems, like if you want require, or if you are two people, I'll do it on two separate systems so that you can just practice it on your own systems. Online medium, anyhow, it will be GoToMeetings. So GoToMeetings, like the same link which we use it. So it keeps recording whatever we discuss. It keeps recorded, and the day-to-day recording will be shared with you. You can just play back and do the practice part. So day-to-day, at the end of the session, I will share the recording with you so that you can just go through that. And in between the course, I'll be conducting some online test so that I can know like how far you're able to understand the subject. See, it's not only me delivering this subject, right? So I need to make sure you understand the subject. So just to analyze like how far you're able to understand the subject, I'll be conducting the online test in between the course so that we'll just analyze like how far you're able to understand the subject. Clear till this point? Any questions?
Yeah, no question.
Fine. Now let's go to the course content, the main course content. So we'll be starting the first level will be the basics of data warehousing concepts. So the first level will be a theory part where we'll see what is a database, what is a data warehouse, what are OLTP systems, what is the difference between OLTP systems and OLAP systems, the fundamental concepts which we require before we learn Informatica tool. So data warehousing basic concepts will be discussed in the first level, which will be a theory part, different ways of designing of your data marts and all those SEDs, or are different types of SEDs. That will be the first level of your training. The second level, once the installation of software is completed, I'll just go through the each component. So there will be different components in Informatica. So we'll see like interface for the tool, like what is source analyzer, what is a target designer, what is transformation developer, what is a mapping designer. So I'll explain each component of the tool step by step for you in the second level, so that you understand what is each component is meant for and what is the architecture of Informatica Power Center tool, what are different components we have in the Informatica Power Center tool will be explained in the second level. And in the third level, we will be having practical things. So we'll start the practical training from the third level once installation of the software is completed. So we'll start the practical training from the third level, where we see like creation of ODBC connections, creation of relational connections, creation of folders, how to interact with the tool. All those will be explained in the third level of the training. And the fourth level, we'll see the examples like how to create your source definition, how to create your target definitions, target tables, creation of your mapping, creation of transformations, and how to execute the mapping, how to create a session, how to create a workflow, different examples. So we'll be explained in the fourth level, where we also see like working with flat files, working with XML files. That will be the fourth level of the training. And in the fifth level, we'll start transformations. So there are like multiple transformations in Informatica. Each transformation will be explained with examples and with theory. There are like 18 transformations. We'll see each transformation theoretically and practically on your Informatica tool. And the last level will be advanced concepts, where we'll see the advanced concepts of your Informatica Power Center tool, like working with flat files in direct load, indirect load, scheduling the jobs, debugging the jobs, session properties, error handling, implementation of maplets and worklets, parameters and variables, SCDs, and different types of tasks. All those will be covered in the last level of this training. So any questions in this part? Just let me know if you have any questions on this part, Harishankar and Ravi.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
know,
you can.
like SQL, how much you're going to cover.
SQL is like
Because I see,
whichever is required to work as an ETL developer. Okay, that will be covered for you. So what is a select statement? How to create a table? How to create a store procedure? So whatever is required to work as Informatica developer, that will be covered for you. The additional support is always there.
yeah, I see this application is uh, database dependent. So I don't know how much we need to.
See that what
We,
database, it's not database dependent. So we will just only extract the data. Okay. So we just only extract. Informatica is a GUI tool. Okay. It's user interface tool. You'll not write any code here. You'll not write any queries here. Nothing is there. It's just only drag and drops. Okay. You don't require to have complete SQL knowledge, because you will not write any queries in Informatica tool. We will not write a single query in Informatica tool. It's GUI based, just drag and drop. You don't even have any code window here to write your code. It just works on drag and drop. That's it. You not do anything here on Informatica tool. We'll just see, for example, we'll just drag this, and that's it. This is how we work. We'll just drag and drop and do the work on Informatica tool. So we will not write any code here. There is no any, you don't even have any code window here for you to write the code. It will be completely user interface. You need to just design your jobs. And SQL part, as I said, it's only select statement, where we write a select statement on the database. So if I connect to the database, So this is all like select star from table name. That's all. We write this only query on your database. That is only data on Oracle database. I'm writing my query on Oracle database. I'm not writing on Informatica tool. You don't write any query on Informatica tool. We write only query on database. Fine, Anishankar?
Yeah, then um, you're covering SQL or anything about giving any exposure on Oracle also, just in case, or only SQL.
Sorry. You are?
I gained some little bit of exposure on Oracle also,
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oracle data.
Uh-huh.
So I just want to know you're going to give us only going to tell us only about SQL.
It is SQL in the sense Oracle database will see, right? I'm writing the query in Oracle database. So SQL part will be
Yeah.
part of, we'll write our query. This is Oracle database. I'm writing the query in Oracle only. You see, Oracle database 10G. I'm writing the queries in Oracle database. When I say SQL, it is Oracle database only. I'm writing. See, SQL will be written on Oracle. You can write here in SQL Server database. We have DB2. Wherever you write,
Okay.
it's only SQL, right? Wherever you write it, it's only
Got
SQL queries only, you write. Whether see the same statement can be written in SQL Server database. That is a different database.
got
Okay, so we'll write our SQL
yeah
on the database only. Okay,
yeah got you.
okay. So if you have no questions in this part, let me go to the documentation part. The documentation part is very important here. Everything what I do on the tool is referred with the screenshots for you. So because as I said, it's a GUI tool. Informatica tool is a GUI tool where we just drag and drop and work with the tool. Okay, so every step which I do on the tool is referred with a screenshot for you. Okay, so every step on the tool is referred with a screenshot with explanation with arrows. What I am doing on the tool is taken a screenshot and given an explanation for you. So that makes easy for you to do the practical part. So this is going to be completely a practical training. It's not going to be a theoretical training for you. Whatever the topic I explain, it's going to be a practical training. So all the documents will be on the same flow. Every step which I do on the tool is referred with a screenshot, and this document will be shared with you on a daily basis based on the topics we discuss. Okay, so I do something on the tool. Okay, so I just go to start menu, control panel. Anyhow, the live recording is already there. Okay, so whatever I do here, anyhow, the live recording is already there. So it gets recorded. Apart from that, whatever I'm doing here is, so I'm just doing the same, so setting, control panel, administrative tool, data sources, ODBC, system, DSM. So whatever I'm doing there, I'm just referring it with a screenshot. Okay, so
Mm.
all the documents will be on the same flow for you, so that that makes easy for you to practice it once I do your practice on your system. See, all the documents will be on the same flow. Whatever I do on the tool, it will be referred with a screenshot. So whatever the topic it is, first we'll see theory. Okay, so what is the theory related to that topic, and then we'll see the example. For that example, we have your screenshot reference and explanation what I am doing on the tool. Okay, so this documents will be shared with you on a daily basis based on the topics we discuss. Fine, Harishankar?
I got you.
Okay, so anything like in the transformations, if you go to the transformations, so a transformation also will be explained with theory first and then the example. Okay, so how do we implement it on the tool? So that will be referred to the screenshot on the document, and this document will be shared with you. And for each transmission, I even explain a data flow diagram. Data flow diagram is like where you can just execute step by step record flow from source to your data. So that makes easy to understand the logic of the transmission. The simple way of understanding the logic of the transmission can be done with the data flow diagram. So all the transmissions have a data flow diagram. You can just understand it through your data flow diagram. So any document will be on the same flow, any transmission you take. So first we will discuss theory of the transmission and then the practical part. Fine?
Mm. That's good. Yeah.
And any document of that, if you have the advanced topic, any topic you take, it's completely theory plus practical representation of the document. If you see applets and worklets, so we'll discuss theory first and see the example related to that. So everything will be explained with practical examples for you so that you gain hands-on experience to work on the tool. It's not like you can just simply go and work directly on Informatica jobs once with the training is done. That's the main agenda for this training. Okay, clear in the documentation
Yeah,
part? Any questions in the documentation part?
no, no, I don't have it.
You're fine, right? Now, apart from that regular documentation, there are some supporting documents for you. First document is the interview questions. Okay, any people require the interview questions. What are the interview questions expected when you go for any job, right? So there are a lot of questions listed for you with question and answers. You don't require to Google anywhere. Everything is clearly mentioned here for all the interview questions. There are like 89 pages of interview questions for you. So you can just refer this document. This is more than enough for you to go and crack any interview on Informatica. That's for sure. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So I normally prepare this document because see when I get when HR people in my company ask to take interviews for my project on Informatica, I'll just open this document in my laptop in office and ask the questions to the people from this document. Trust me, I ask all the questions from this document. I don't go anywhere for any questions. I just open this document and ask the people who comes for the interviews. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the entry questions part, and you also get Unix document also, Unix commands which are required. All the commands will be shared with you. So this will be one more additional document which is provided as part of this training. And Unix documents will be shared, and SQL queries. As you said, you require SQL part, right? So there are a lot of SQL queries for you with question and answers. To get a bit command and writing SQL queries, you can use this document. So I'll share this even SQL queries document also with you. This would be very good for you to get a command and writing of SQL queries. But we never write bigger queries. The basic generic queries will be written. So to get that idea, we can use this document for getting an idea on SQL queries. And apart from that, scenarios. There are a lot of examples. See, Informatica, you have to practice more and more to get the command on the tool. The more you practice, the more command you get on the tool. So I'll be getting a lot of examples anyhow on the training. So that examples will be anyhow given for you. Apart from that, there are like a lot of other examples for you to get more practice on the tool. So I'll be even sharing scenarios with you with explanation how to implement it practically. So this gives more hands-on experience to work with more examples on the Informatica tool. Fine. So this scenarios document will also be shared with you. And next, certification. If you are looking for certification, you got idea about the certifications, right? So people normally do certifications to make sure that they are projecting themselves as a certified professional. Okay, so I think you are aware of it.
yeah, I do.
Okay, so we like do certification. So no third party is conducting. Informatica organization is itself conducting these certifications. Okay, so this is a site where you get more information about the certification. So it will be 240 US dollars for you, where you can register it and get slot, book your slot and do the certification. This certification will be conducted across the world. Okay, so we have it will be conducted across the world and across the city. You can see Eastern Cape, and there are many. So it's like all around the world, multiple cities all around the world. So you can just get your center register nearer to you and book your slot and do your certification exam. It will be online test for you. Okay, so for that certifications, I do have the previous questions. So a lot of previous questions. So just to get an idea about what are the type of questions you expect in the certification. So I even share the certification questions also with you so that it will be helpful if you are going and doing the certification on Informatica. Fine. Any
Yeah,
questions?
everything is fine.
Okay. So apart from that, and I also support doing a resume preparation. Okay. Once the training is done, so any support in preparation of your resume, I will share some sample resumes with you. You can prepare your resume, share it back to me. If any corrections required, I'll definitely do and re-share it back to you. Any support, even after the training, is always there. It's not only within the training. After the training, after 1 year, after 2 years, after you come back after 5 years, just say hi, Vinay. I have a question on Informatica. I'll definitely help you out. Okay, it's not only within the training I will be in contact and do the support. Even after the training, I will always available. You have my contact number, you have my email ID. You can just ring me anytime for any help from my end. I'll definitely do it. Okay.